Oh gosh, terrible, y'all. Oh, Uber. Hi, honey. I have missed you. Hugs back to you, Uber. Hey, Elizabeth. Hey, Janice. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Claire. Oh, I look awful. Hey, Kaylee Riddle and Judith. Rennie. Oh my gosh. Your video was the first thing I saw when I woke up this morning. And I was very confused because I was a little bit out of it. And I was like, is she sending me I thought it was a personal message that you were forwarding to me. And then I realized it was a video that you made. My gosh, you all are all, I love you all. I love every one of you. Rebecca, Marine Mom, Tamra. I saw Amanda Love. You guys, you have no idea how much all of your prayers and comments, and hey Diane, all of you, I'm so happy to be home. I'm so happy to be home. But I had a great experience in the hospital. I mean, it's as best as you can, I guess. So I was joking with my mom. I said, dang, this is like a little vacation. But I've been dying to check in with you guys and talk and chit chat and see what all is going on and tell you how much you are loved, and to please, please, please not let any of this nastiness by a certain nasty person going around make you feel bad or make you feel like there are not wonderful angels all around YouTube, because there are. And I have been just surrounded by them and immersed in all their love, and I don't even know how to say it. Hey, Hope with Peace. Hey, Country Girl. Hey, Deborah Daly. Hey, Melissa Wondering Goat. Hey, P-Day. Paula Paparette. Hey, 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 hey. I just want to squeeze all of you. Oh, my gosh, you guys. I tell you what. I mean, yeah, do not let anybody get you down. I'm telling you. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my experience in the hospital and my surgery, and then kind of relate it back to YouTube stuff, if that's okay. But I mainly just wanted to say hi and say thank you and let you know that I'm doing really well. Yesterday was a hard day. Yesterday was my, hey Jillian, hey Wenwin, hey Cindy Mermaid. By the way, I love that name. You know I'm a mermaid, so... Much love, Miss Fairy Garden. We're praying for your well-being, your beautiful soul. You are beautiful soul. Hey, Tori. But, yeah, yesterday was the worst day. So I think I'm over the hump, and hopefully, pain-wise, I'll be doing okay. So, I went in, let's see, Friday morning, December 1st, to get, my foot fixed. As you all know, I have, CMT. I know this is a horrible angle. I can't see myself because of the comments, but I am sure that I am straight up triple chinning right now. Let me see if I can sit up a little bit so I don't look so bad. But anyway, I have CMT, Charcot-Marie-Tooth syndrome, which I was born with, but I really didn't have any symptoms until I turned 30. So I've had it for 9 years, severe pain with neuropathy, and that has caused me to have some ulcers on the bottom of my feet, or on the different parts of my feet, because I cannot feel, even though I have a tremendous amount of pain. Which one of the nurses explained in a really good way yesterday, that those are two different pathways in your body, nerves and your signal for pain. So she said it totally makes sense that you can have a ton of pain and still not have feeling. So all of that, all this journey has led me to have quite a bit of a deformed right foot. And I was walking pretty much totally on the side of my right foot, and the bones were breaking on the side. So like the 5th metatarsal broke, then the 4th and the 3rd. And I also had a sore on the side right there. But the surgery was mainly to try to flatten my foot out, and also my toes. But he didn't want to do that much surgery at one time, because he said it would be way too much. Sorry, y'all, I'm out of breath. Yes, my mommy is with me. I've got the best mom in the whole world. She has been literally waiting on me hand and foot. Hand and foot. She just brought me cookies and coffee a minute ago. She washed my hair this morning and helped me blow dry it. Made my bed. I'll show you, I've got, a walker right here, which has been a lifesaver, but boy, it's hard on your arms. And I even have, bedside porta potty there, so not the most glamorous thing. But anyway, let me start from the beginning and I'll get to all of that. Gosh, I know moms are the best, and I have got the best mom. The best. Everybody wants my mom. Everybody. When I was growing up, everybody wanted my mom. When people that she works with always said, I wish I had a mom like you. She's just the best. She's the best mom. So, anyway, Friday was going to be a big surgery. We knew that. My neighbor, Sorella, the one who gave me this beautiful prayer square that I showed you, and she also got me another cute present I'll show you when I got home. But she's amazing. We adore her. So she took me. The surgery was at 10. Had to be there at 7. And everything went well. When I went back, the first person I wanted to see when I was in surgery this summer, I had the same nurse prep me for both of them. And she was just one of those really neat, special people. Her name is Jenny, and I was praying to God before. I was like, God, it would be really neat if she was the nurse that helped me this time. Well, when we were going back, I was telling the person taking me back about her, and she said, well, no, you won't be on that side because you're getting a nerve block. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that. But wouldn't you know, the first person I saw before I turned the corner to go into the nerve block, I didn't even see her. She grabbed me. It was Jenny. She said, Marla, what are you doing here? And, gave me a big hug. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you, God. That was a great sign. Because even though she couldn't prep me because she doesn't do the nerve blocks, I was able to see her. Right, thank you, Cindy. I was able to see her right before I got a nerve block. So, I don't know, has anybody had a nerve block before? I had no idea I was getting one, which I said, yes, prayers do work, Diane. If I could have a permanent nerve block, that would be awesome, because that's what my main issue is nerve pain. So, it's a nerve block it's kind of like an epidural, but for your legs, so that you're numb before surgery, obviously during surgery, and then for a good while afterwards. They do hurt, Rebecca. Yeah, it wasn't super pleasant, but I didn't care. I was so happy to be numb for a while. So they found the little spots. They did 2, one like up by my inner thigh, and then one behind my knee, I think. And then, put my IV in and everything before surgery. So I was kind of already pretty much out of it before I went to surgery. And my mom came back and sat with me until they took me off. And my doctor, my surgeon, he's awesome. He came and saw me several times beforehand, made sure, the leg was marked. Everybody was like, make sure you don't cut your leg off, or, all these horror stories that you hear about. So, obviously, surgery went fine. It's such a weird feeling when you wake up and you're like, what did everything go okay? Because it feels like no time has passed. Yes, it's like an epidural that they give you when you have a C-section. So I was totally numb. So I had to wait in recovery forever. I think I was in recovery for 2.5 hours, which are only supposed to be about 30 minutes, but they were packed. My surgeon was doing 4 surgeries that day, and everybody in the hospital, everybody was packed because it's the end of the year, and everybody wants to, use their deductible, their insurance up, because most people have met their deductible by now. So, I didn't really know the difference. I was kind of in and out, going to sleep and waking up. The only part was I had to go to the bathroom because they kept giving me tons and tons of fluid. And trying to use the bathroom flat on your back is not fun. I had a very, very sweet recovery nurse, but I had to use the bedpan, and that part was not good. And I was like, why do I have to go to the bathroom? I haven't eaten or drank anything, in 24 hours, but they were giving me fluids. So finally, I was able to go up into recovery, into my room. and it worked out great. I got an extra big size room. It was at a hospital. It used to be a maternity room, but they don't do deliver babies there anymore. No, they didn't cath me. Because I wasn't supposed to be in recovery but for 30 minutes. It just took so long. I probably would have rather them do that, Tamara, because it's hard to pee in a bedpan with your, flat back. Oh, Amanda, love, I'm going to talk about you in just a minute, okay, honey? Because you have been on my heart all day. Hey, Stacy, the sparkling star. You're sick, honey? Oh, what kind of sick are you? Oh, it's not good. I had to do that too. Yeah. It's embarrassing, isn't it, Cindy? I have felt like an infant several times since this, because you just have to rely on people, and I don't get embarrassed really easily, but I don't ever like to make people feel uncomfortable. But that's what they do. That's their job. So I was thinking, man, it would be nice to be a man, because they were handing one of the guys next to me. I saw he had to use the bathroom too, and I just saw the corner of my eye. They just give him a, like a, I don't know, L-shaped plastic container, and they can just pee, no problem, right? Guys get all the breaks. I need some opiates. Can you sell me some? It's Amanda, bitch. Yep, sure. Just let me know. Just let me know. I'll send it to you in some makeup, and I'll include, a couple $100 cash too, because that's the ring we got going. So I ended up getting a really nice room. Like I said, it was a maternity room that they converted to just a regular room. So it was huge. And I got, obviously I was to myself, and there was a couch because my mom was going to be spending the night with me. So she was expecting to just like sleep in a recliner. And I told her, I was like, you should have brought sheets. But they ended up, giving her sheets and a blanket and extra pillows so that she could actually lay down. Not that we got much sleep, but at least she could be a little bit more comfortable, which was great. And my friend Shannon and Ward came and kept my mom company while I was in surgery, because the surgery was 3 hours long, and then, of course, the 2.5 hours afterwards. So it was a while before, I got to see her. And they have been friends of ours for 25 years. So they're wonderful, wonderful people. Shannon and Ward, they gave me 2 nightgowns. This is one that I'm wearing right now. So that all went great. I was able to order dinner when I got there. It was actually really pretty good. I got stir-fried chicken, macaroni, apple crisp, vegetable soup, coffee. Anyway, and I split it with my mom, and it was really nice. And the nurses kind of were right at the end of their shift, because they were doing 12-hour shifts, obviously. So it was like 4 hours with one nurse before they switched over to the next shift. And it was just, I wasn't in hardly any pain. The hardest part was going to the bathroom. That is the hardest darn part. Because once again, they were still giving me a lot of fluids and antibiotics in my IV. So I had that little, not this particular one I just showed you all, but a one that was in the hospital, a bedside commode. I hate that word, but so I kept having to jump up to go do that, and it's, when you're not used to walking on one foot, it is very weird. And I still was totally numb on my one side, my one leg. So I couldn't quite, it was like a weird feeling. I couldn't feel where my leg was, and I was so worried I was going to step down on it. But it went great. And, the nurses had to come in every couple hours to check on everything. So I remember when I finally did get to sleep, I was texting with Nikki and Amber pretty late into the night, because I couldn't believe I was not very tired. But, pain medicine gives me energy. That's one of the reasons I liked it so much back in the day. So I was up and feeling good. It's amazing, though, I've mentioned this before, even though I have not taken any opiates for years, my tolerance is still so high, because, 2 surgeries I had this summer, I noticed it. And so it's not like I didn't feel anything, but I did give me some energy. Anyway, so I was up for a while. I finally went to sleep. I must have rolled over on my side a little bit and pulled the IV, and all the alarms were going off, and I was like, oh Lord. So didn't get much sleep that night. Your tolerance never goes back down. It's weird, isn't it? I kind of think it's a mixed blessing, though, because it certainly doesn't reignite that desire. You know, you don't have that rush of feelings like you had, and I think that's a really good thing, because obviously I'm being super careful and super aware of what I'm taking, and people are monitoring me, and everything's good. So anyway, finally, I guess the nerve block wore off yesterday morning, and that's when I was like, holy shit, this is a lot of pain. I know, exactly, Amelia Bedelia. The sad thing is that people who really need pain pills can't get them because people abuse them. Yeah, I understand that. You were born with a high tolerance, Candace. Yeah, I think I might have been too. Amanda, I can't, my computer just died too. Let me see if let me start charging my computer, and then I could turn that on and I could mod some people that way. But, you know, people aren't bothering me. I tell you what, they're not bothering me a bit. Oh man, that's too bad they couldn't give you a total nerve block. It lasts like 30 days. Oh, really? I'm not sure if I mean, I say that I would want one because I don't, you know, it's great not to have the pain, but you wouldn't be, well, not that I could walk on that. I can't walk on that leg for 6 weeks at minimum. But I didn't even know they could do that. Stacy says, Tamara, why can't people enjoy their lives and focus on themselves? We can't change TT. I feel like it's very toxic. Well, I'm going to talk about her, but let me see if, let me plug my computer in real quick so that I can get that juiced up and maybe mod some more people. They aren't saying things to and about Amanda. Oh, okay, Debbie. I'm sorry. Well, Debbie, knock them the heck out of here. Debbie, are you I know Jillian was in here. I'll pay better attention. Y'all, I was just running my mouth. But let me pay better attention because nobody's going to be saying anything about anybody, particularly Amanda. I will, Uber. As soon as I can, I will. Thank you, Jillian. Okay, let me plug my computer in real quick while I keep talking. So, they just put a fake mugshot of Makeup Mandy on Twitter. They're so stupid. So stupid. I mean, they're just wasting their time and energy, you know? Let me see if I can set you right here for a second. Yeah. People are so dumb. Doesn't it just make them look dumb? It's not like anybody's believing any of that or even cares, even if it was a real mugshot. Who cares? I don't know. Is that just me, or I don't know. I think it's really stupid. I really shouldn't be leaning my leg over like this, but hopefully my mom won't come in and see me. She'll holler. I wish you could help take care of me too, Ranny, but your video helped take care of me. Honestly, it did. So, like I said, once the nerve block wore out, hello, Amber. I was trying to find a lacy pair of pajamas to put on for Amber, but I couldn't find any, so y'all, you need to send me some lacy pajamas. You know, what did Trisha... Ow! Ooh! Okay, hold on. I need to not put my foot down like this. Oh. But, so I was really glad I was in the hospital for that piece of it, so that they could, you know, give me IV pain meds, because it was, yeah, it was pretty rough when the nerve block wore off. But my doctor came and checked on me, sorry guys, the night before, and he was so cute. So I said, so what did you exactly do to me? He said, well, you had one heck of a foot. He said, I don't know how you walked on it as long as you did. So he showed me x-ray after x-ray of my foot, and, oh, Rebecca, I'm going to talk about that too, honey, of my foot, and it was, his main, like I said, his main goal was to flatten my foot, not my toes yet. We're going to do that another time. Oh, Janice, well, come on, honey. Where do you live? Hey, New Horizons. How are you, artist? Hey, Chaos Kitty. Yeah, Rebecca, you are not alone, honey. A lot of people get very depressed this time of year. It's darker. There's a lot of stress. People's expectations are high. It's just normal to get depressed this time of year. Plus, it doesn't help when you have a lot of hate and a lot of darkness being spread. I don't know. Probably a large. You know, I don't want them too tight. I was just kidding about lacy pajamas, but, you know, Amber calls me Lace and Pearls. Join the Lace and Pearls Club. Hey, Ricky Rooney. We're working but wanted to show some love. I'm feeling your love, honey. I am feeling it. I'm feeling so loved. Oh, Brayden. Yeah, we're not really doing that right now. Me too, country girl. I'm so glad it's over and it went well. Okay, Amber, I got the text. I don't know. Weird, right? Weird. So, what was I talking about? Oh, so he was showing me the x-rays of what he did, and he put, from what I can tell, you know, it was kind of quick what he went over, but I have a whole bunch of hardware in my foot, which is kind of neat that they can do all that. He removed some tendons, he moved some tendons, he shaved some bones, moved some bones. I know he lengthened my Achilles. He said, you've got one of the tightest Achilles I've ever seen. And that's just because when I broke my leg way back in high school and running for so many years, I've always had a tight Achilles. So he lengthened that, and that's the part I'm starting to feel a little bit. But he put like a roll bar, some kind of bar in my heel, which I call it a roll bar because that's what they wanted me to get in my tennis shoes. And what I do have in my tennis shoe to help so I don't push over onto the right side. So it's like you put a permanent one in my heel. And that's the one spot that when the nerve block wore off, I was like through the roof. It was really bad, the inside of my heel. So I asked the doctor, and he's like, yeah, you have a really large incision right there. And then we shaved some of that bone off. And I was like, oh, okay. Oh, Amber, I'm getting them, honey. But not all of them, so I'll check them. Thank you, Lavender Flower. Lady, I'm trying to mod some more people, but I got to charge up my computer because I can't do it on my phone. But I'm trying to watch the chat a little bit better so that I can make sure that no bad comments are being said. Oh, I look terrible, Aris. Thank you, though. Thank you, Ricky. Oh, I've missed you guys. I really have. I feel like I haven't seen everybody for a long time. I've been watching, but it's just here and there. Hey, Laura the chick. What did Kit Kat say about Ricky? I haven't been around lately. I don't know. I missed that. Hey, Kit Kat. I didn't see you come in here. Somebody answer that question for New Horizons. I'm so happy to see you, Ranny. Hey, Donna. Go to her latest video and see her written comments underneath, says Francine. Are you talking about Kit Kat? Okay. So, yeah, okay. So anyway, put a roll bar there, put something, and then it looked like he screwed together some of the bones in my feet, which I'm not really sure if that's because they were broken or he wants to stabilize them, but okay. I'll be looking for some lacy pajamas from Amber. I want them real sexy. And if they could have some pearls built in. So everything went great, like I said. The assistant, he has a Dr. Schweitzer was the surgeon, and he has an amazing assistant. He was so freaking cute. Just so personable and kind, and he was supposed to check on me before I left. Pearls built in, Tamara, that's a request. I know it's been going on as crazy, Cindy, and I want to talk about it. Okay, New Horizons. Yeah, I do have like a robo foot. But he was really happy with the surgery. He said it came out as he wanted, as he wanted it to. I'm so crooked. But we got to do the toes next. I've got those. I never knew why they were called this. What are they called? Not curled. They said they're like the feet of a piano. Claw toes. Isn't that just lovely? I was like, damn, if I didn't feel bad enough about my feet, now you got claw toes. I said, why do they call them that? And he said, because, a clawed foot of a piano, how they kind of curl under like that, because it's all involved. But anyway, I've never heard anyone say that they got energy from pain pills before. That's what they did for me. I was able to, yeah, oh honey, me too. Francine, I was cooking casseroles and cleaning the house and throwing parties. I mean, it was, yeah, it definitely gave me energy. Yeah, claw toes. Isn't that just beautiful? So I'm going to have my sexy nightgown with my claw toes. I did paint my toenails last night because they had iodine all over them, and it was gross, creepy looking. I'm doing great, Captain. How are you? Yes, Kimberly, I'm doing well. I feel really good. Oh, well, Gabby, I washed my hair today. My mom washed my hair for me, and I've been out of the hospital. We got home about 5:30 last night, and it was so cute. My sister and my nephew, who's that 16-year-old, the one who came over for Thanksgiving to help cook, and he's like 6'3", and my sister's, she's tall. She's about 5'10". I don't have, do you need some Jensen Gentaway palms to soothe? Yes, I do, Captain. Please come over with the palms. I do. Well, I'm already being waited on hand and foot, so I'm good. But, okay, I'll tell you when I was coming home. But what I was going to say is the cute little assistant did not come and check on me. It was this mean old doctor. And guess who it ended up being? He was like, hey, I'm Dr. So-and-so, just coming to check on you. And didn't shake my hand, didn't know anything about the medications I was supposed to be taking, when I was supposed to be taking them. He didn't know anything, and he was just an asshole. And right when he was getting ready to leave, my mom happened to leave the room. She was going for like a quick walk just to get some coffee for a second. So she just happened to be out of the room for about the 30 minutes that he was coming through. So it always happens where people are jerks to me. Nobody's around to witness it. But when he was leaving, I said, what is your name again? And he said, Horn, Dr. Horn. Guess who he was, y'all? Do y'all remember me telling you several months ago when I was going to the pain clinic and had waited forever and was so happy to get to finally go, and the nurse came out and said that the doctor won't see you. He doesn't think he can help you. That was the doctor. Isn't that interesting? So, like I said before, or one of you all said this, which I thought was really beautiful, that just consider it a blessing. You wouldn't have wanted to go to him anyway. Well, he was the one doing rounds that day because it was a Saturday. They were doing 15 surgeries that day just because they were so booked up. But isn't it ironic that that was him, Dr. Horn? So that was my only bad experience. And what I was going to say is, even though everybody else was nice, my 2 doctors, all the nurses I worked with, from the, who prepped me for recovery, everything. Everybody was wonderful. How about the one person that stands out as the one person who was the asshole? And I think it's like that in life. I know it's like that in life. Yep, I got the horn, Uber Goober. What a jerk. And I pulled up his picture when my mom came back in the room because he was so sleazy looking. And she was like, oh my God, he looks like he has horns. So oh gosh, sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get comfortable here. So I know it's so much easier and it's human nature to remember the bad things more than the good. But I just want you all to know there's more good than bad in the world. And there's definitely more good than bad on YouTube. So look at all these beautiful, beautiful people who are here. And I know some really horrible things have been said and done in these past 48 hours. And I kind of would like y'all to catch me up because Um, I don't know, I don't want to rehash everything and make everybody upset again, but just kind of give me a Cliff Note version of what happened. Tamara, I got a bottle of it yesterday. I have a stomach ulcers. Oh, is that the ginger? I know, no, Amber, that's not the same Dr. TT called. She called one of my doctors who did the laser treatments to try to help with, to cure with neuropathy. No, she didn't call him. TT doxed Amanda. Yep. Jeez. Horrible. Amanda Love is one of the kindest, most wonderful human beings that people could possibly even be privileged to know. And she knows that. That's why she did those things. Yeah, TT riding the same roller coaster again and again. She needs to get off that roller coaster. Y'all, it's really scary. Okay, hold on one sec. Angela said that Amanda and them called me racist. Called you racist, Rebecca? You're not racist at all, sweetheart. TT got scared and called the cops when Crystal doxed Amanda and maybe got a strike. Okay. Well, let me tell you this from my wonderful experience with the Onslow County justice system. The police are, the entire justice system is very, very, TT said I had problems and you're dumb. Rebecca, she was probably looking in a mirror when she said that. She's the one who has problems as a dumb. I would much rather watch you all day long than her, and so would everybody else. Please don't take that to heart. That's what I'm saying. The one bad thing is going to play in your mind against the 100 other great things that people say about you. But Rebecca, that is not true. And really and honestly, everything that she says about everybody else is what she feels about herself on the inside. Thank you, Helen. Thank you. That means a lot. But what I was saying about the Onslow County justice system, from her words, I had the best lawyer in town. They all know about her. So when she makes a report to the police, yes, they're going to go through protocol and they're going to take her request or her complaint and they're going to do what they're supposed to with it. But trust me, Amanda Love and everybody else, I know it hurts, Rebecca. Honey, I know. They all know that she's crazy in the head. So they're taking everything she says with a grain of salt. Crystal knows this, I'm sure. So it's a small town and word gets around quickly. She has a reputation for all of this. They know what her issues are. So, that piece of it, as far as going to the police, you can go to the police all day, every day. It's not really going to make a difference. And she messed up when she did that shit with me, They might have taken her more seriously, but, she pressed false charges against me, and the DA knew it, the judge knew it. I don't know how like I said, my attorney still said never heard of that in his whole practice, that there wasn't a police investigation or a private investigation before they filed cyber-stalking charges. So whatever she was able to say or do or convince the magistrate of, that won't happen again. Yeah, Candace is my name, said, talk to the sheriff. He wasn't surprised at all. Exactly. Sweetie says, Pam told us yesterday that it didn't matter who it was or if they had need before. Sweetie, I'm not sure exactly what that was referring to, but I did see when I came into Rebecca Love's chat, I think it was like I'd gotten up to go to the bathroom and take some medicine, so I think it was like around 2, and Pam was in there, and I think what Pam and Rick are, and they are all doing is wonderful. Oops, I'm sorry, I'm way behind. Anyway, I think what they're doing is absolutely beautiful and wonderful. I know that she was offering help to Amanda Love, and Amanda said, you know, please use the help for somebody else, which I thought was very, very noble and very selfless. But I know Pam was upset with Trisha, or I think that at least she was disappointed. But like I said, I wasn't really in there the whole time, so I'm not really sure where that all stands. But sorry, y'all, I know I'm just not making any sense going back and forth, but Savage shut down TT's live stream. Oh, really? Is that just today? I haven't seen anything today. Hey, Becca MS Spider. I'm sorry, I'm trying to go back because I know I missed so much. Hey, Erica. How are you, honey? I know you can contact Pam. I would just get to her on Twitter, Erica, and send her a message that way. Or she's got a email. I've emailed her privately before, too, and I think the email's right on their page. Yeah, well, to me, she qualifies for a 5150. I'll tell you, I took out some notes that I had from Paranoid Schizophrenia. We're going to go over those in just a minute. Yeah, I know. And so mean and gross to somebody like Rebecca. It's like, come on. Can you show your lack of character anymore? Okay, so I went back and tried to catch up just a little bit. Yeah. Well, you know, Papa Red, she's putting a lot of other people in danger. She's put me in danger by, I don't know how many times that she's doxed me. But, and this is the lies. You know, she said that, you know, the whole way she was explaining about the court, which it doesn't matter. I don't have to defend myself. You all know what's going on. But she said that, you know, the warrant got thrown out because it was sent to the wrong address, but then they gave her the right address. Now, how many warrants wouldn't that have been nice for all the people that, y'all know who I'm talking about? The warrants just get thrown out because they get sent to the wrong address. Don't think so. I've never seen someone talk so much shit and call the cops like a bitch. Yep. So is she shut down now? Well, everything that she says, it's like everything that she says. Diane says, I think Pam is going to blast TT. Just my thoughts. She can't keep saying TT is special needs. They're doing it tonight with TT. Okay. Sean took his video down today, says Judith. What was the video about? Yes, so Amanda, what is this deal with... I've only seen the Angelo guy once, and I thought that he was... seemed like a pretty neutral type, yeah, respectful guy. But he was just cheering her on, doxing you, your criminal shit that you've already shared. And you've got your 3 little babies who are absolutely precious, and you are an amazing mother. Nobody could look at you and not say that you're an amazing mother. And of course, the one person who is saying it has been known since her children were very small that she has not been a good mother. CPS has been called on this woman, I don't know how many times. I would guess probably 12 different times. I remember the VA called CPS on Trisha. I mean, that's pretty serious. Artist, yes, says Tamara. TT posted, thank for Sean on Twitter, and Savage got it and shut it down. You go, Savage. Oops, I'm sorry. I think I had my finger over the sound. Sorry. Anyway, I was saying Mama Bear was saying that she said that somebody gave her information, but one of her friends called her out and said, no, you said you found it on Friend Finder. But regardless of whether people are sending her stuff or clips or she's looking it up for herself, which we all know what the true answer is, nobody's going to be sending me stuff about people because I don't care, you know? And whether you're watching the clips from people sending it to you or you're watching it yourself, you're still watching it. And you know every word of, I know what I say, what Amanda Love says, what Makeup Amanda says, what B and Randy say. You watch it all. You watch it all. But, Mama Bear, you're exactly right. But what I was saying is there's nobody in her chats, nobody that has been longer, that has been there for more than 6 months. Nikki Rev might be, I didn't realize Nikki Rev had been around that long. She's probably been around about 6 months. Is that right? She lied straight to Sean's face 10 times last night. See, I missed all that part. Yeah, who gives a damn about people's past? You know, it's how you're acting right now. Not even 6 months back on. So what happens is that's her MO. She never had, Nikki Rev's been 7 months. Okay, so we'll say 7 months. And how many people think she'll be there in a year? I mean, she might be the only one. But you look at all these people in here who have tried to support and help her. Nobody sticks around because they all end up seeing the truth. She says that stupid ass lie that she doesn't give them enough attention, so they leave. How many people in here wanted more attention from her and that's why they left? Nobody. That's what she says to herself to make herself feel better, when indeed, just like Rennie, at first she tried to help her, tried to see the positive in her, and you know, it took Rennie just a month or two before she realized that this bitch is crazy. Honey, that is why people leave you. It's not because they want more attention, it's because they realize what a lying, mean, cruel, dangerous, demented woman you are. So all these people like Angelo and other people that are in her chat, they're drinking the Kool-Aid for right now. I hate to use that expression that everybody uses, but they're buying into what she's saying right now because she is a very, very mentally disturbed human being, a severely mentally disturbed human being, and she's not being treated or medicated correctly, but she appears to be okay, you know, somewhat okay. So it takes people a little while to realize that she is lying, because she's good at it. She's convincing, she's conniving. Some people think that she's somewhat charismatic, so she's able to get people for a short period of time. But the fact that she can't ever maintain any of these friendships or relationships just shows that she is not right. Hey, Sesame Sun. Amber says, anyone remember when she said she doesn't keep friends for long because there's no point? She uses them for what she needs and sends them on their way. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Okay, Becca MS Fighter says, Angelo and his wife are friends off of YouTube with her. Okay, well, they won't be for long. That's all I'm going to say. Hey, Delisha, nobody's going to be there this time next year. I mean, how many people believe there'll be a soul there this time next year? Oh, no, Stephanie, I don't, but thank you. Yeah, even though she ruins eventually. I mean, I think Christy in the Carolinas had the most endurance of anybody and the truest of heart, the purest of heart of what she was trying to do for Trisha. And, you know, she hung in there as long as she could. And Trisha had no problems just completely cutting her off. And I did think it was funny. I'm not sure who said this yesterday, but thank you, Ranny, that somebody like Christy, who had been in her life for a while, and was a close personal friend of her and her family, I believe. I mean, they talked and texted on the phone outside of YouTube. And I think she was even going to stay with her. Christy offered her house when she needed to get away, you know. So, I mean, this was a close personal friend. But when their relationship, when she cut her off, it was like, bye, see ya, you never meant anything to me. And then when Tatted, all he did was come in my chat and say hello, and she broke down like a 5-year-old throwing a fit at Walmart for not being able to get a piece of candy that she wanted. I mean, it was hysterical. I mean, totally made a total freaking fool of herself because somebody that she had pretty much just met, had been in her life for what, less than 2 weeks, came into my chat. Ridiculous. Mama Bear said, on Shoot the Shit, Lisa told me to come on this side. I betrayed them, and they threw you under the bus. See, I don't watch them, so I'm not really sure all the things that are going on with that. I just know what they're doing. Helping people is wonderful. Yes, Tatted is the nicest guy, Amber. You think she was in love with him? I think she was too. I think she really craves male attention. I believe wholeheartedly that she sent naked pictures to Takedown Man because she liked that attention. I mean, she shows anybody her naked body. She has no problem with that, so why wouldn't she send that? As a matter of fact, she admitted that they were sent because when that accusation first came out, when he said that he had pictures of her, what did she say? She didn't say, no you don't. I don't even, how would you get naked pictures of me? What she said is, Marla must have sent them to you. Marla sent them to you. Why in God's earth I would have naked pictures of her? Well, she put it, you know, in her mind, she connected the dots. She's a famous dot connector, and said that Sean's ex-wife got them off of Sean's phone, sent them to me, and I sent them to Takedown Man. That's exactly what she said. But she changed her story later, saying, everybody knows I would never do that. They know me. That's just one example. I mean, we could spend all night talking about the different examples, the different lies that she's been caught in. Marla, did you hear the girl Brooke story on Amanda's stream? She gave TT $300 on under some fake cancer patient fraud, TT told her. What? No. Girl Brooke story on Amanda's stream. She gave TT $300 under some fake cancer patient fraud, TT told her. Oh, that TT said she had cancer and she gave her money? Well, y'all, you know, before I had said, well, who, you know, she can do what she wants. If she's lying to people, you know, it's their fault for sending her money. But somebody corrected me and said, no, that is absolutely fraud and she can get in big trouble for that. Yeah, YouTube is full of scammers this time of year. She loves to connect the dots. Oh, that's what somebody needs to get her. Maybe I'll send her a nice gift in the mail, a Connect the Dots book. Get her a big stack of those Connect the Dots. Wouldn't that be sweet of me? Oh my gosh. Oh, she said it was for a cancer patient that never existed. Well, there's been a lady that has come forward, and I'm still getting the details, but Tamara that has said that back when she lived in Rhode Island, there was something this lady was doing, a fundraiser for cancer patients, and you know how Trisha likes to get involved with these fundraisers, but all the money goes directly to her. So somehow she got this money for a fundraiser under false pretense. But it's been more than 7 years, so they can't prosecute her. But absolutely, that's her. That's what she does. TT goes live on purpose when Marla's on. She knows what she's doing. Oh, she's so silly. She's so see-through. So Brooke was the name of the girl that gave the money thinking she was giving it to a cancer patient. Wow. You think she's trying to get more money for plastic surgery? Well, y'all, she is really, we can't treat her like she is a normal person. We are dealing with, I mean, truly and truly, if she didn't prove it with all the stuff that she did last night, then I don't know what else she can do to prove that she is severely mentally ill. Is she still gluing, hot gluing shells together? Oh, the D girl is supposed to have cancer. I was looking back on one of my, I don't get a lot of notifications on my videos after they've, you know, gone on for so long, like a couple weeks. So sometimes I like to go back because I miss a lot of the comments. And Dee had made a comment, Rebecca, and it was very interesting. I forget what it said, but it was just sort of like, I don't know. It was interesting. I think it was on that video where it's a happy day. Go back and see what she wrote. I thought it was very interesting. Also, there's info about SSI check, people filing fraud charges or something. She's going to get caught for that. Like I said, you can only make, it's less than $900 a month when you're on SSDI. I think it's less than $800. But, and that includes donations and things like that. And that's just one time, you know, just one time. Yeah, I think they're both disgusting too, Nicole. I really do. Oh, the singing. Well, Sesame, that goes along with her delusions because she is living in, she has created and is currently existing in an alternate universe where everybody that she has, that she allows to speak or interact with her, she can shut down, she can time out, she can run away from if they don't say what she wants them to say. So she's created this little perfect universe for herself where she can sing because she's desperately wanted since she's been a child to be an entertainer. Hey, hey Marie, good to see you. So she has set that up in her personal life and in her life on YouTube, where nobody is allowed to say anything to her that she doesn't want to hear and that doesn't support what she believes about life, what she believes about herself. So everybody's telling her she's beautiful. Everybody's telling her she can sing. So she's living this way. And if people are not telling her something opposite, then she can delete them. Except she wants to keep this one lady who keeps emailing her, although I doubt that's even true, when she can just very quickly block that person, like I've said many times. Thank you, Blonde, to you. Yeah, I'm feeling good. Well, she's got doing so many different illegal things. She's going to get busted for one, if not multiple ones. But I saw 1 second of this singing thing. I don't know what she was singing. Okay, Ricky, absolutely. But I'm sure there's still a limit as to what you can get, right? Sweetie says, I get over $800 a month on SSDI, but I work from 16 to 15. No, Sweetie, what I meant is in addition to SSDI. You can get SSDI and you can also work or get funding or get money, but it can only be a certain amount. That's where I got the $800 from. I didn't mean how much she was getting a month. I meant in addition to her SSDI check. Oh, I know, yeah, Tamara, yeah. Oh, she's fighting through the pain, boy. Okay, well, if that's pain, then I could take it all day long, you know. Right, all the money on PayPal, which I, you know, that's great. Go for it. Get every dime you can on PayPal, but honey, you can't fraud the government, you know. Okay, so it's a total of $11.79, Rebecca. Okay, Granny, you just clean away, sweetie. Oh, I know, Nicole. It's a coming. I can hear it. It's a chugging. Ooh, I don't know, Sesame. Yuck. Right, Laura. I could work for 2 days, but then I couldn't. Well, I know, sweetie. That's how I am. That's exactly how I am. But anyway, so like I said, she creates this alternate universe where, oh, what I was saying, she was singing. And la 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 la. Oh, that was a little bit off. I hit that. I didn't hit that note, did I? I thought, girl, I don't think you've hit any of the notes in the last 40 years. So, I don't know. I guess you're thinking that the rest of your singing is on spot because she thought she missed that one note. God bless her. I mean, she talk about delusional. But, y'all, I went back into my notes here and I wrote down 10 signs of what was called paranoid schizophrenia. They now call it multiple personality, I believe is what they call it now. But listen to these. It's frightening. When I read these to you, how many of these check, you could put check next to, when I read them aloud, think about her. Vlon to you says, TT had a room full of he's last night because so many people don't like her. Marla has hardly any because, oh, thank you. Oh, really, Mama Bear? Well, that makes sense, and I think that should be that way. You can make any amount of money if you're retirement age. Hey, Kimmy Cat. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. This morning was a little bit rough when I woke up for the first time, but I'm okay. It's bad. It is bad. But believe me, I know how upsetting it is when they say, when she says things about you that you know are lies. I mean, these dots that she's connecting, the conspiracies that she's creating in her mind that make better sense to her than what real reality is bizarre. Saying that there's a DEA investigation into Amanda and that she is the head of this drug ring. Okay, let's just say that there was. Let's just say there was. And let's say that TT was the one that tipped off the DEA that reported Amanda for trafficking drugs across state lines and getting them from China and using her husband's prescription pads to do all this. Okay, let's say that she tipped them off and the investigation was indeed underway. Why in God's holy hell would they let TT know about it? You think the DDA is going to call Trisha back and say, hey, thanks for tipping us off, and we just want to let you know that the investigation is ongoing? Honey, you are making, you know what she reminds me of so much? Exactly, Cece. I believe she would be the type that would say they're pumping sonic pressure into her room. There's not a big difference between her and Eileen Wuornos at all. But, exactly, Becca. But she really believes this, that there is this ring and it's related to the pizza and the people, the owners down in Florida, and we're all connected, and you know, Amanda's the head of it, and I'm not sure what part I play any longer, but you know, I'm in there for sure. She's not going to let me get away with anything. And MFW is on drugs now, and she's giving them to Yaba, and B and Randy are involved. I mean, this is all makes perfect sense to her, and she knows all about it, but she's using discretion and she's not telling everybody everything she knows. She just wants you to know that there is an ongoing investigation, that the DEA is involved, and she honestly thinks that people are believing that they're buying that. Trisha, nobody believes that. Not even your friends, not even Angelo, not even Nikki Rev. Nobody believes that. They are just coddling you because they feel sympathetic to you as of right now. I'm telling you, nobody believes that. The DA is laughing. Yes. Hey, Amanda. I was just saying about the DEA, and if there was an investigation, why in the hell are they tipping her off? Okay, that's one conspiracy theory that she's got going on. Then she has the conspiracy theory that Crystal knew that she had a black pepper allergy, that she intentionally made this pizza with extra black pepper and delivered it to her. Or maybe I'm the one who called it in and I did it, and Crystal and I were in cahoots long before this pizza was delivered. She's saying that as fact, that she's put together the dots, and that is indeed what has happened. So, you know, that's factual. that I am conspiring to be a child predator, that I have tried to kidnap children in my past, that apparently Christy now has tried to kidnap or take her daughter, and I'm sure somehow we're involved with that. That Crystal has been very somehow is responsible or is related to that precious child who was killed, the little 3-year-old that was in Jacksonville. I mean, she's saying these dangerous accusations, and she's saying them as fact, and she's expecting people are buying these things and believing them, and that she is connecting the dots, and because she is connecting the dots and she is saying the truth, that we are all trying to exploit her and are out to get her because we can't let our truth be out there because it's so gruesome and it's so criminal. And she is the lone leader out there, this one with them brains and intelligence that is able to put all this together, and we are threatened by her. Now, how sick is that? Yes, we've got Xanax, Adderall, Ambien, Thorazine. That's not a good combination, but it's sick. We are dealing with a sick individual, and the medications that were just listed are not helping her with this severe paranoid schizophrenia. I know, mystery novels. I could write them. And the fact that somebody said to her, you should be an investigator. Oh my God. Can you imagine? She's gotten everything wrong about everybody. I remember when she was trying to crack the case on me, and that's when she was calling my doctors and calling my workplace and trying to put everything together and flat out asking them if they would align with her and press charges against me. And they were like, what the hell are you talking about? But in her mind, she was connecting the dots, boy. She was investigating. She was looking up them DMV records and housing records and finding out about my past. And, she was onto something. She got everything wrong. She is a horrific investigator. I've never seen somebody with less skills in any area of my life. Oh, but I heard the other day, this was before I went into the hospital, she said that she's got skills and talents that none of us have seen yet. She's been holding out on all of us. Amanda says, new YouTube video of a picture, not even mine. Guess if they can't find anything illegal on me, just straight up lie and make a video. You're going to go live soon? Okay, good. Amanda, I still want us to do a video together. I'll text you about it, though. Y'all, everybody sub to Makeup by Mandy. She's right there. Just click on her channel. It'll take you right to her channel. Click on her name. And Amanda, I didn't get to see the Gaga concert. Did you take that down already? Gosh, I mean, I saw the pictures of you with all those awesome drag queens, which was too cool, but I didn't get to actually see when you were live at the concert. And I love Lady Gaga. Amanda Love said she read all the info on my house too, but wouldn't read that I owned it, said must be my grandma. Yes, she can. Amanda, she cannot wrap her brain around how, people like us have anything. She said that Amanda is paying for my lawyer, and if it isn't Amanda, it's somebody else. She cannot possibly understand how I could be paying for my lawyer or have home or vehicle or anything else. She cannot get it. So, yeah, she'll delete that part. But, she doesn't own a home or a vehicle or even furniture, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't call other people out. When she probably saw that, she was like, damn. She probably state that because I was an investigator. Okay, good. Hope with peace, sub to Amanda. Oh, Amanda was crying? Amanda Love was? I hope she didn't upset you that badly. Yep, Lucy Lou, only wrenches are allowed to chat or comment. She has created this, it's like a dictatorship, where if you don't agree with me, you're gone. Yeah, Laura, chick she is. Yeah, something that she's very talented at, Ashley, is making enemies. And she said that. She said she's great at pissing people off. Well, that's nothing to be proud of. I know. Makeup by Amanda. It says Amanda is her newest victim. It's heartbreaking. She just goes after the other, one after the other. Okay, I will, Rennie. You sweet thing. Just thinking about it makes me happy. But, yeah, she just goes down the list. And if she can't find something about you, she'll make it up. And when she does find something about you, she'll exaggerate it and twist it and turn it and make you look like a freaking monster. But it's all in vain. All of it's in vain because nobody believes it except for the handful of people that she has in her little alternate universe dictatorship. Nobody thinks any worse of Amanda Love. If anything, they think better of her. Nobody has really said anything bad about me. No, I don't, Amber. Nobody that I know of, nobody that means something to me has thought worse of me. And the few people who do, I don't really care about. Nobody thinks worse of Makeup by Amanda. As a matter of fact, they think better of her for being so kind to somebody who is that evil. Amanda could say a lot more than she has said. Amanda could put out more information than she's already put out, but she's chosen not to because she's a wonderful person. Right, Amanda. And Amanda, I hadn't even really heard you share your story, Amanda Love, but I mean, you knew I related instantly, and I admire people who have gone through what you have. I admire the Bees and the Randys and the other people who have struggled with addiction, and I'm telling you what, when you can go through stuff like that, even if you do incur a criminal past, and now you're a different person, you are a stronger, better person than you were before. It is not like you are tainted and you are bad, and the fact that you have a criminal past makes you less than. It makes you a better person than the version of yourself that you were before, because you are stronger now. You're more empathetic. At least that's how I feel, and it's taken me a while to think that way, because I did struggle with shame and how people were going to see me. But you know what? I'm not that person anymore, but I have all that experience inside me that makes me look at the world differently. It makes me look at people differently. It makes me look at my life differently, and that's priceless. I've said this many times that a recovering addict is a superhero, because until you've been there and you realize how hard it is and what you have to go through physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, physically, to come out alive on the other side and still be a good mama and a good friend and a good human being, you are a superhero. I know she does. New Horizons. But it's hard not to get really angry. But if you just look at her as the sick individual she is, then you almost can't be angry at somebody that's that sick. Right. Amanda Love, the fact that she said you neglect your kids for YouTube is hysterical. I was going to show Amanda the one video that she did, and this is going to be a couple days ago because, it was before I was in the hospital. Yeah, strongest people on earth. Exactly, Amanda. Thank you for saying that, honey. She was over at Sean's. She was kind of dirty looking, like she'd been at the gym and hadn't bathed in a little while. And he was telling her to be quiet, to stop. And she was like, no, I got to get this out. I'm telling my truth. She was going back in time and telling all her shit again, regurgitating that same worn out bullshit. Wah, wah, wah. I had a bad childhood. Y'all remember the video? I mean, I know there's many, but there were. And she was talking about sex, going on and on and on about sex and in detail, and that they had just had sex and it was gross. But I could see in the background, it was very quick. I'll find it for y'all though. I'll find it and post what the timestamp is. She said she happened to mention something that she wasn't going to say anymore because of there were certain company, or she didn't come right out and say it, but in the background you could see Becca's feet on the couch. And it turned out later that night or the next day, Sean was talking to her and said that's why Becca left that night, because she couldn't take the drama anymore. And Trisha said, no, she didn't. That wasn't why. Yes, it was. And that was the same night that she was trying to say that Amanda Love was a terrible mother for neglecting her kids because of YouTube. Honey, you're sitting there talking about intimate details about your sex life and bashing your, child's grandmother and grandfather, and I can't remember what else. It was just a gross, disgusting stream, and her daughter was sitting right behind her. Sitting right behind her. So, I mean, come on. Everything that she accuses other people of is stuff that she's done herself. So that makes me think that she knows right from wrong. She knows what you're supposed to do and what you're not supposed to do. And that makes it even worse. Oh, Amanda Love, you are an amazing mom. You can tell your relationship, your rapport that you have with your little kids. I don't think that there's anybody that believes that you're a terrible mom. And certainly not for live streaming. I gotta pin my hair up. Yes, Jennifer Custer. I saw a little bit of Savage's video, or I saw it, but I need to read it again because I was trying to get it all to soak in. But that's stuff that has been given to me before when I was going through my court case with Trisha. My lawyer looked up that information and was the one who told me that Trisha has had, it was 12 or 13 other cases in Rhode Island that she lost every single one of. The only thing that she was successful in is gaining custody of her son, which she has told many times. But she had many times tried to get restraining orders against people, including, I don't know if the restraining order was directly against her mother, but she took her mother to court. She took Sean's ex-wife to court, all these different people, and she lost every single time. Every single time. Talk about frivolous charges. So I know that I just lost my train of thought. Savage's video, that's what that was in regards to. Y'all, I'm going to lay you down for just a second so I can pin my hair up. Okay. But it makes me feel really sad for her mother and father because you see how she explains events that has happened within the time that we have known her. Oh my God. I try not to look at myself. I look awful, but this is the best I could do right now. Thank you, though, New Horizons. But if she describes something that happened, let's say 6 months ago, that we were all there for, you see how she twists and turns it, and it's not even close to being the truth. So imagine how she's describing her childhood to all of us. And how accurate do you think anything is that she is saying? It can't be, because she has a warped perception of reality. She might truly believe it. I don't know. It's sad if she does, but yeah, talking about Amy again, and that she doesn't need she's not using Amy for views, because look at her view count. She doesn't really have it going on like she thinks she does. But yeah, she's lying. She is lying. And think about her mother, who I don't think any mother or father is perfect, and I'm sure her parents weren't. But when she describes different events and what has happened to her, you know that it is not based in reality. And I think that what has been said, that her mother, this is what her mother has said as of recently, that she has tried since she has been very small, that Trisha has been like this since she was very small, and that everybody in her family has tried to help with different counseling and trying to get her the help that she needs, and that she has just been this way, has been severely mentally ill since a young age, and that her perception of reality is off. So, let me read you these things that were from my college psychology classes. When I took, I take multiple deviant behavior psychology, abnormal psychology. So here we go. These are 10 warning signs of paranoid schizophrenia. I mean, my mouth was dropping. I did not make any of this up. You can go look on the internet and cross-reference these. These are still current today. DSM-4, paranoid schizophrenia. Just listen. Number 1, suspicious and paranoid of others' intentions. Suspicious and paranoid of others' intentions. How many times have we heard her say, "Why are you trying to sabotage me?" to her own husband? That's number 1. Number 2, lack of emotions. Specifically, inability to cry. I'm not making this up. Inability to cry. Number 2. Number 3, insomnia. That's self-explanatory. Number 4, unexplained hostility, sudden bursts of anger. Now, would you say that applied to her? I've seen her get really angry. As in when Tad came over to my stream and she had a total freaking meltdown. Or when she thought that Crystal moved into her apartment complex, total freaking meltdown. When Sean unplugged the router, total freaking meltdown. I mean, how many times can we name when she's had a sudden burst of anger? Yes, Cindy Mermaid. She is a great mom. Right, Ranny. Okay, so we've got suspicious and paranoid of others' intentions, lack of emotions / inability to cry, insomnia, unexplained hostility. Number 5, sudden lack of hygiene. Now, that one maybe not so much. She does like to look at herself in the mirror a lot and put on lots of face masks and brush her teeth incessantly. And, well, she's not really brushing her teeth incessantly. I haven't seen her do that as of late as much, but she bleaches her teeth incessantly. And I want to reach through the screen, grab her by her fat neck and say, "You cannot bleach veneers." I don't know who told you that you can whiten veneers, but you cannot. How you got them is how they're going to be for the rest of your life. Stop whitening your veneers, you moron. But as far as the lack of hygiene, the only thing I can say is how many times have we seen her looking really dirty, like really greasy hair. That might be, one that doesn't apply in your opinion, but I just think sometimes I've been like, damn girl, wash that hair. Okay. Number 6. Listen to this one. Bizarre, hyperactive behavior. Like she was last night from what I could see. Just bouncing off the walls, getting so excited about discovering criminal records and investigating people's past and whatever she was doing, doxing people. Was that what you would consider bizarre, hyperactive behavior? I think so. Number 7, sensitive to noise and light. Would you say that applies to her? I thought what came to mind was, because, when I do watch her, I usually watch in it's usually never live, and it's like, I'll watch 5 seconds, a minute here, move 10 minutes forward, move 10 minutes forward, so I just see like that. Or somebody will send me a clip of something specific. The only one that I saw in full was the other day, which we can talk about. It was bad. It was bad. But anyway, do you all remember when she was over at Sean's house and he told her to get out of her, he said, "This is my room," which is, I guess they're like brother and sister now. And she said she would, but she was streaming. She had to get out her little drama for a minute. And he was like, "Stop. I thought you weren't doing drama." And she's like, "I just have to get this out." And he had the nerve. It was when the dogs were humping. And she kept going on about the dogs humping, which is so juvenile. Everybody knows that dogs humping is a matter of them exerting their power their dominance over another dog. Both of her dogs are spayed slash neutered, and I don't think little Lily was trying to literally hump Bear. But, you know, she just tries to over-sexualize everything. Have you noticed that? It's disgusting. But anyway, talking about being sensitive to light and noise, Sean had the audacity to flush the toilet while she was streaming. And she... Did you have to do that? Did you have to do that now while I'm doing something really important here? Something that I never do, you know, this is highly unusual. Could you not just wait to flush the toilet? It was crazy. I was like, but poor guy can't even flush his own toilet in his own house. So, I don't know. That's what came to mind with the sensitivity to noise and sound. You might have other examples where you think that might apply, that particular characteristic applies. Okay? Number 8, listen to this one. Need to escape slash to move away from others. Yes, she is sexually frustrated because I think she really wants to be with a woman. I really, really, really do believe that, Rennie. Yeah, that was epic, Becca. Yeah, I think so too, Rebecca. I believe she controls and abuses him. But the need to escape slash move away from others. So we have seen in the past, whatever, 9-10 months, her getting her dream space, and then her going to her, was it her aunt or somebody in the other state when the supposed hurricane was coming, which wasn't a big deal. Trust me, I live, you know, in the same state as her, and we weren't concerned about it. I mean, I know we weren't at the coast, but still everybody knew it wasn't that big of a deal, but she wanted to leave. Then her apparently staying at Myrtle Beach for whatever period of time, going on vacation by herself, and then getting an apartment. All of these things show that she has a need to escape slash move away from others. Isolation is a big thing that goes along with paranoid schizophrenia. She doesn't like Walmart. Well, I don't like Walmart either, but... Oh, she was in Ohio. Is that where she was? That lady she stayed with seemed so sweet, too. She probably's like, oh, dear God, I hope she didn't put my face on camera. Oh, really, Becca? Becca says she was live streaming one morning crying about her rape story, and he kicked her ass out, followed her outside, beat on her car, and asked for his house key back. Wow, I missed that. Is that video still up? Rennie said, Amanda Love is amazing. Anyone who thinks otherwise can come talk to her. Exactly. And don't mess with Rennie. That was her dad's sister. Oh. See, I think her family, I do know as a absolute fact that her mother has been a wonderful grandmother to her grandchildren. And from what, you know, they look fairly normal from the pictures I've seen. I mean, they look like a nice, you know, she paints them out to be like physical trolls. She deleted it. I'm sure she did. Anyway, isn't that interesting? So number 8 is need to escape. Number 10, doesn't like to be touched. And you've heard her many times talk about, you know, not wanting to be touched. She makes such a big deal about it every time she has sex. It's disgusting. And she'll, you know, remember when back a few months ago, she said she woke up to a dick in her face, and always makes a big deal. Oh, you got what you wanted from me. Or, you know what I mean? People who say that they have great sex, for example, don't. People who say that they're truthful all the time aren't. People who say that they're wonderful and generous aren't. You know, when you have to pronounce that you are doing something or having something, you don't. You don't. But the not wanting to be touched thing, she said that many times. She said it was because she was raped. Yeah, she uses sex to control him. Absolutely. And he, like an idiot, blah, 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 okay. God. I mean, come on. But I think that definitely applies to her, the not wanting to be touched thing. And then the last one, which I think is the most pertinent of them all, delusions, false beliefs a person won't give up. That's number 10. Boy, do you think that she has some delusions where she has claims or stakes about people, and she refuses to give them up, even with evidence presented to her. She holds on to those delusions. So those are the top 10 characteristics of paranoid schizophrenia. Now you tell me if I'm not being a chairside doctor or a YouTube doctor like she likes to say. This is DSM-4 clinical classifications. That if she were to be honest, the reason why she's not getting a diagnosis is she's not being honest with her doctors. Will you read borderline personality disorder too, please? I'll have to look that up, Jennifer. I'll have to go back to my notes. I'm getting worn out. I mean, isn't it ironic? It's so many. I know. Marine Mom says, Amanda Love is a beautiful sweetheart and a great mother. I love her. I love her too. I know, Rebecca. She's holding on to the belief that people are controlling you, telling you what to say and what to do, and are creating false accounts being you when it is you saying these things. Exactly, Amanda. Oh, New Horizons. It's like a little, I don't know what you call it. One of those little metal scrolls, and then I put these little they're actually butterfly lights, LED lights. I knew I was going to have to be in my room a lot, so my mom actually gave me those. I think she got them at Belk, actually. So that's what's behind me. I know, it makes me happy. I want to put some Christmas lights in here. My phone's going to die in just a minute, so if it does, I might come back on later. I think I'm going to get something to eat. I'm getting kind of hungry. Yes, I love crafty things. I wish I could do more. I've got so many ideas in my head for Christmas, for example, but of course right now I can't do a lot. But I got that about you, New Horizons artist. I remember that you like to do crafty things. And by the way, how are you feeling, honey? Please come join you. Are you getting ready to go live, Amanda? I'll definitely join you, honey. Thank you, Marine Mom. Anyway, I wanted to read you all that because I thought that was so interesting. And in light of, basically, in my opinion, her having every single one of those 10 characteristics, she needs help. She is not a healthy person. She deranged, emotionally disturbed. Okay, Amanda, that's good. I'll give you a chance to eat something real quick. And the people she's denying the warning signs, and the people around her are denying the warning signs. She has lost her children. I mean, we all knew, the ones of us who have been around for a little while, that this drama-free phase wasn't, did she make it a week? I don't think she made it a week. We all knew that wasn't going to go last, and she just plunged right back into it. Her son doesn't want anything to do with her. Her daughter doesn't want anything to do with her. Her husband goes back and forth, I guess, depending on whether he wants to get laid or not. And that is just him denying the warning signs. But I would ask Sean, anybody, Angelo, Nikki Rev, anybody who wants to truly help her, go and read the signs that you can look that up on the internet, and you will find the same things I did of paranoid schizophrenia, and get this woman some help if you genuinely care about her. Now, she is a mean, cruel paranoid schizophrenic, but that part, you're probably not going to change. That's just her personality characteristic. But she has a true, severe, uncontrolled, emotional, mental, deranged personality disorder. And I don't know if that makes you feel better or worse, but please, when she says these horrible things about you, Amanda Love and Amanda and all the other people that she's talking about, just keep in mind that she's not operating with a full deck. there's a reason why that expression is around. It's like her brain is not in where it should be. It's not firing as it should be. It's just not working. And should a person like that be allowed to dox people and hurt other people and be on the internet like she does and have a YouTube channel like she does? I don't know. Carmilla says, I think she should be locked up. I think it won't be long before she's locked up somewhere. You asked Beck a question, that's all. Well, I'm going to come on with Makeup by Amanda. I'm going to come over to that stream about 30 minutes, okay? Because my phone is about to die. I love talking to y'all so much, but I still want to talk to you some more. I feel like I was all over the place and not really connecting with everybody like I wanted to. So I'm going to get up, use the bathroom. That's a big deal. So get something to eat, and then I'll come back and meet you all over there at Amanda's channel, okay? I'm just going to show you my foot. I know, she won't listen to anybody. I don't think I showed you my leg, did I? What it looks like. So I've got this splint on right now. And this will be on, and my appointment is on the 18th. And then I'll switch over to a hard cast. So, there we go. That's what we got. Hey, Jess, back Australia. Hey. So I'll see you guys in just a little while, okay? Love you guys.